WKDMT versus SYZYGY. I am your
WK versus SYZYGY.
Yep. I am your announcer, the Reaper 01, and I'm here again with CDon24, also known as
That's me.
Goddammit CDon or just Jared. You know, not the Jared from Subway though.
No, I am not a pedophile.
No,
We went over this.
But I don't think
Go
anyone
ahead.
can say no to a $5 footlong.
Oh, all right. Getting right back into this. We went over this in the last video in case you didn't see it. We have Hellkite Drak. Interesting name on Medusa. Fallen Angel on Odin. Prackle on Mid Kronos. Or maybe not. I don't know.
It's probably
Looking
mid
at the start.
Looking at his start.
They haven't come in yet.
Yeah, they haven't come in yet. But we will find out here. Probably gonna go Sansa time, ironically, on Kronos.
And then we have Flared Lights as Fafnir, probably rocking that support. Over on the other side, which would be WKDMT, we got WKH Destruction. We have on Sylvanas, we have Big Mike 94 on Osiris, which we presume will be headed in the jungle. The Boombas confirms that.
Yep.
We have its native Mid-Isis, Moshito on the Bologna solo. And as for a carry, we have a Scotty. Basically
Purification.
a 3v2 in dual lane, but
It's not a lie here, yep. That's not a lie here. Anyone that says Scotty's not two gods rolled into one is lying to themselves and probably plays her.
I mean, you're not wrong there. Isis opting to go for the Soulstone, start having the Vanis come plant a little flower in mid, give him that mana gen.
If I'm not mistaken, though, it was SY that actually banned the Rama, which is a counter to Scotty, as we've seen many a time. I'm surprised to see they picked their carry earlier, so they couldn't do anything. Yeah, so I don't know why they would ban the Rama. I guess they were just banning potential.
They were gonna go for the Scotty, yeah.
I don't know. Rama and Kepri, from what I told, and there we see it, that strategy I talked about earlier with the red buff. Well, Sylvanas
They're
will...
gonna be there for a while. I'm gonna go look at this aggression in mid. Looking over at solo lane, it looks like there's about to be a small... Nope, Odin going back to lane, relinquishing these small imps. Headed back to mid. Isis showing off her clear dominance. It looks like the side of WK is going to be able to invade here.
What time you at? It's just a little ahead of me here.
35 seconds?
I'm apparently ahead of you a little bit.
I'm now at 44.
Alright, I'm just like a second ahead of you.
Okay.
That shouldn't be a problem. There
Sorry,
should be a minor lag.
As a jungler, I predict things like invades and such from mid lane. I called it out as they were still out clearing.
And it looks like Scotty and Sylvanas hitting at that level 2 already. Looks like that red strategy's paying off here. SYZYGY respecting the Scotty and Sylvanas in their own jungle. I think that's just due to the dog. It's not out here.
She has two abilities, level 1. It's really potent. Calder doesn't do much damage without a level into him, but he still does damage, and that damage is still doubled if Scotty hits Piercing Cold. That's just asking for a first blood because there's also a slow attached, and Vanis likely had root. Nice pull coming out of Vanis Curse here. Vanis is gonna get the first blood, but good plays out of him anyway.
Just missed it. If you would recap what happened there?
There was poke and aggression in dual lane from Scotty, and then Medusa pushed up too far without a dash, and caught the Vanis root pull curse combo.
Scary, man. Scary combo.
Back to just some clear going on here. Looking over at solo.
And until about level... Bologna already out leveling the Odin by a little bit here. How do you predict that lane's gonna go?
I think if Odin gets a clutch bird bomb off, not much Bologna can do unless she ults it. But as for out leveling him, it's that early mini pickup. I know my solo laner tries to do it a lot. It's a really good way to get advantage in lane because you'll hit level 2 first. As Odin now has his full combo online, he's gonna start to rival the clear of the Bologna. We're gonna see how she handles that, taking a lot of poke from both him and creeps. Not much going on in left or mid right now. Just farm. Oh, I lied. Scotty and Sylvanas aggressing. Another good pull out of Vanas. Fafnir forced to jump away, just catching some good poke.
Looking at the mana pool, it looks like WK is pretty low on that mana there.
Then again, Vanas just has to drop a flower and chill.
Looking at mid, we're not seeing much rotation on the side of the junglers.
Just farm.
A lot of other games we've seen rotations right out the bat at 2 minutes to 1 minute.
Bologna and Isis finally gonna secure this big creep. Jungler looking for a dual lane gank, it looks like.
So as we get more and more into Season 4, do you see a lot of strategies from Season 3 reoccurring, like going for the fire creeps right out the bat now on solo lane?
Ooh, another hot pull out of this Vanas. That's gonna be disgusting in mid lane against this Chronos. Anyway, as you were saying, I don't see too many strategies. I see a lot of new strategies coming, like solo invade on mid, or perhaps jungler starting in a lane other than mid.
I mean, I think we saw that in Season 3 there with jungler starting in solo lane, primarily.
I don't remember doing that meta. That might have been a meta that happened, but I just countered.
Fair enough. And the Bologna boxing the Odin here. Odin have to use his bird shield. Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah. Raven Shout?
We'll just call it his old man cushion. Or his safe space.
I believe the ability is called the Raven Shout combined with the lunge to form the bird bomb.
No, it's called his safe space now.
A good ult coming out by the Vanas to interrupt.
And there's a flag
Odin
up that
taking a lot of poke. A second ult coming out. I don't know if that was worth, but they got the kill anyway. Another kill going to the way of the jungler. At least it didn't go to the support this time. As for this Isis in mid, just steady farming.
And rotating with her lane. Looks like rotating.
Taking a look at gold, she has 1650, whereas her opposing Chronos is a solid 50 gold behind. It's not too much of a lead, but it is a lead all the same. Soloing these
Harpies?
Not soloing anymore, but getting oracles is just gonna increase that lead.
Gonna force her to back though. Those oracles hurt a mighty bit.
Yeah, I guess she didn't have Boombas and tried to solo them.
I mean, just looking for that farm probably. And looks like Osiris is gonna go down here. Ulting to get away though.
Nem's gonna dash, no 2 available, not gonna hit the slow. Osiris is out.
WK there.
Look at the fight, we're gonna see if any other ults were used there. No, all 5 ults up on the side of SYZYGY, and with this comp, that's actually kind of scary. Osiris having his ult forced out, Vanas and Bologna just now getting hers back, actually. No way out of this cage for the Osiris. I don't believe there was a phantom pickup either.
No, and Odin's over in solo lane.
Opting instead for the aggressive relic of Curse on the Vanas, or Horrific.
Now, in your opinion, do you feel that Odin has a better role in the jungle than he does solo, or do you still feel he's a better solo laner than jungler?
You honestly want to know where I think Odin belongs right now? I think he belongs in the support role. If you're gonna commit a single god's kit, hold that thought, a good stun and pull coming out in mid lane, Isis ult wasted because the bead's out of Nem, good engage, sorry. If you're gonna commit a god simply because his ult counters and he Scotty does good burst.
Ulting the Medusa ulting Colder. It's the first time I've ever seen Colder ulted by Medusa.
Vanas diving. Hitting the Wisp. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. It is not. Yes. Isis getting aggressed on a little bit. Nope. Nem's just gonna clear wave. Anyway, as to Odin, I think if you're gonna commit a whole god simply because he can counter something, like in this case he countered Vanas, Scotty, Isis, he fits well. Why not just put him in a role that he can safely farm and support by doing what he's put there to do? He also looks scary because he has a lot of damage coming with that 2-1 combo.
So but wouldn't the problem be that he insta clears wave later? Wouldn't that be a problem?
Just lunge.
Just lunge?
Just lunge. Just lunge and let your carry clear. Or do a Vanguard Lono start.
I definitely agree with that. I feel like we're going to see a lot more of that. And Odin hopping in, ulting onto the Sylvanas and the Bellona. Bellona ulting away, but Sylvanas going down there to Fallen. Looking at the Ward's place.
At the speed.
Yeah, looking at Ward's place, Isis and Sylvanas along with Scotty, and Bellona has one. It looks like all the team except for Isis
under her tower. Bellona gonna get caught out here by the Nem and the Odin. Raven Shout gonna do some damage, but not enough. Nem diving, but not doing enough damage to secure the kill before she has to get out.
I'm not so easily defeated.
Tower not even gonna take that much poke because Bellona has the TP up. Good call, just back in there.
Looking at her build, she is going right into Mystical Mail instead of getting Mark of the Vanguard. Do you feel like that Mark of the Vanguard was not worth it in the Deathwalker build now that it's been reduced? It's been kind of slightly nerfed?
No, I mean, Vanguard's still super strong. I think what's happening here is there's no real continuous damage for Bellona to mitigate. It's kind of just a bird bomb and then a lunge, and then Odin's either going to auto or he's going to run away. So I don't disagree with her rushing the Mystical Mail, just wanting to get that lane pressure and extra poke onto the Odin. Instead of just letting him rave and shout and then walk away.
Right. Now going into mid game here, how do you see this playing out?
Oh, the later this game goes, the more SYZYGY is in favor. With the Fafnir ult, the Medusa, always a safe pick mid through late game. Even when she's behind, she's still fairly safe with the mass damage coming out of Petrify. Nem, just all coming on late game. Two gods here I see are hyper carries, and they're set up by an Odin and a Fafnir. As for the side of WK, they are built around early aggression between the two warrior comp. Support with sustain and CC also doing a good amount of damage. Lockdown and early objective secure out of the mid lane, and then just a Scotty who's granted all around insane damage and comes on late. She's just not as late game as say a Kronos is. Kronos able to secure that blue. Good plays out of him.
Just barely though.
Hey, just barely is enough to give the XP and gold.
Exactly. I don't believe the other team even gets any XP for the assist if the other team gets it.
Nope. Just shutting it down, securing it for a solo laner, saying you're having a hard time against this Bellona as is. She doesn't need that.
Looks like Bellona is being collapsed on. Looks like she's gonna get this kill on Odin if she has her ult up, which she does, and she lands it, and she's scourging. And does the bludgeon land? No, Fafnir gonna save her.
Raven Shout's gonna come back up.
Great play by the supports there, getting their solo laners out of there each.
Well, however, in left lane, looking like there's gonna be a big engage. Never mind. Spotted out and under tower go the Scotty and the Nem.
Yep, the Medusa and Nem do that.
Medusa, yes. My bad. I was looking at Scotty's point of view when I said that. I apologize.
Scotty is doing really well this game. Was she 1-0-1? What do you feel about this? She has Mumba's mask, so she always intended here to go for the yeah. So she always intended to go for Red Star. Yep. Okay.
I have also played beats coming out of Kronos. That Vanus pull is just too scary right now. I've also played ADC a couple times since that started coming. Started coming around, and I tried it out. I like it on good burst ADCs, gives them good clear and aggression. I don't like it so much on, say, Neath.
I don't think Neath needs it. As long as she has a decent support with the decent support clear, she's pretty much golden.
Yeah. I haven't tried it on like an Artemis or anything. I don't know if it'd be good.
Well, that huge buff they just gave her with her abilities going like cost down by 20 each. That's pretty big.
It is fairly huge, but I don't think it's enough to put her back in the meta. They didn't give her any move speed increase.
You mean from her steroid?
No, base. And granted, she is fast with her steroid when it gets up there in rank. She's very, very weak early. She has the ult, which is good disengage and team fight, but as soon as that goes down, she's a sitting duck.
It looks like Skye's being chased by this Nemesis here.
Often.
And the Medusa. The Scotty pops the ice. There's the Nemesis ult there. And...
That speed buff is so ridiculous.
From who?
Scotty's ice.
Oh yeah, it's very, like, I mean, it needed the buff, but it didn't need to be that big.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna balance it anytime soon either.
I mean, the pro players haven't complained, as far as I know, so.
Kronos just aggressing on this low health Scotty. Getting caught out. 3-man Von Assault followed by Lord of the Afterlife. Kronos forced into his ulti. Able to heal through Lord of the Afterlife. That's an interesting interaction I didn't know.
Ults going everywhere. It's just really hard to keep track of these abilities.
Was doing a good job on zone, but everything was either beezed out or ran away. He also got CC'd and forced to beat himself. Fafnir detransforming in the middle of a fight. Not a good spot, but he's able to leap away. Isis stun just off the mark. Looks like everyone's just gonna disengage here. Looking at the ults, no team really got the better end of this except for the fact that Scotty still has her ult and Balonis and Odin both still have their ults, but they didn't make the rotation. Nem just now getting her ult back up.
I feel like, what's it called? Scotty's ult is more for catching someone out. Just like either picking them off at the end of the fight
bursting someone because they're root.
It's also good for towers.
Scotty getting collapsed on again by this Nemesis. Really wanting to shut her down. Having a 3-level. Oh, Medusa dash caught out. Piercing Cold actually missed by Scotty, but she's going to ult here to try and secure the kill anyway. Good plays by the jungler to burst her down before the carry goes down.
Yep, just barely there.
Oh yeah. Looking back to the mid lane, just some poke coming out in the 3v2 situation as Nem clears up a wave before rotating back over. Odin looked like he's going to make the rotation out from solo lane, but Bellona following close behind is going to force him right back.
You definitely got to be careful about dragging that Bellona into the team fight, especially if, she's level 14 to Odin's level 14. I mean, she's level 14. It's still a Bellona at level 14.
It's a Bellona.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a Bellona.
She could hop in the middle of a team.
Like,
she could hop in the middle of a team and then hop right on out and be like, I only lost half my health.
I think that is exactly what this Odin is for. He is there to counter and counter the sustain and the carry and the mid on the side of WK. But he's also just there to run at lane and then get back to tower. He is not trying to fight this Bellona, and I think that is smart.
And that Bellona, looking like she's going to rotate. No, she's just going for that speed over there real quick. Looking at gold total right now, actually, gold in hand. Fafnir has the most right now, but looking at his build, he's well on his way to getting that Heartward amulet.
Thebes.
Thebes over. Oh yeah, Thebes.
He's going for Thebes now.
Sorry, I need my glasses.
Good. Kronos opting for that Thaw Star not being caught out. That is a lot of trust in the support and jungle out of his team.
Kronos, right now, what do you think Kronos has in the meta? I think he's pretty low on that meta pool there.
I disagree. I think Kronos is secretly one of the top tier mids right now.
Really? How come?
Yes. His late game hyper carry potential. He rivals that of a Freya, except he's much safer between his ultimate, the move speed buff, and the stun. The mass AoE team fight stun. That does a shit ton of damage.
But his ultimate's very selfish, right?
Oh yeah, he's not team fight in any way, shape, or form oriented with the ult. But everything else about him just screams, hey, put me in a fight and let me carry you.
Especially with that refund that he has from the sustain long team fights.
Scotty, the focus of this Nemesis.
They ping her out a lot. Like I've seen all the pings. And looking at the field, I don't see...
I wouldn't have used my speed buff there. But then again, I guess she feels safe. If I was that Nemesis, I can't say that.
Well, I mean, just looking at this team fight right now, I mean, looking at the way it's been played, she's pretty well aware of everything.
I didn't see that, but it's native going down.
Me either. Just barely. Looks like, I don't know what happened there.
Crackle making it out with less than half health, healing himself up with the sustain on the Kronos too.
Right, he has a heal ability, I believe, or HP 5.
One segment of his second ability is just not HP 5. It just gives a burst heal.
So he
not
has
burst heal, but heal over time.
So he has 7 abilities. If you think about it, just 7 abilities. Although
and
he's
one
not...
of his abilities hits twice.
Right, the refund or something.
No, the 2 or the 3, the stun. Bologna forced the
yeah.
ulti out of the Odin cage here, gonna be chased by the Nem with the Nem ulti on her. A good Thorns popped, I don't know if it's gonna save her though. Oh, Bologna doing mad damage to Prackle and able to take him down in this 1v now 4 situation. Odin's lunge not doing enough damage to secure the kill, but Nem dash will. Bologna able to take out the mid laner, which was fairly important, being not shut down with this book, now boots and half of a Bancroft's. He is huge.
Does a lot of damage. Looking at her build, I don't... Let me see. She doesn't have any magical protections. And Osiris going deep for that.
In duo lane.
Oh, yeah. Osiris went to tier 2 for that. He went super deep.
Did you see who got Gold Fury?
No, I did not.
I imagine it's WK. I didn't even notice
WK was all over there.
I've been too focused on mid and solo fight. It's my bad entirely.
And that's going to cost him a tower as well.
Oh yeah. WK taking a lead and snowballing with it. The Scotty now level 17, rivaling that of the enemy solo laner.
That's a scary thought indeed. A carry that's at level or higher is pretty devastating.
Oh yeah. And just imagine if it's a Scotty and she's 3 levels higher than your carry. Oh boy.
I mean, it's 2
Odin
guys.
actually making the rotation out of solo.
It's important that he starts rotating now. He actually has the tower.
Nem opting to go for the Ikavel into what I presume to be a stone cutting. I might be wrong. She might be going to Hydras.
Wait, Hydra's Lament is on a different tree, isn't it?
I meant fucking Heartseeker. Jesus. Heartseeker. That's in the same tree.
There, I was like, what? I'm confused.
Odin spotted out, using his bird bomb. Nem getting stunned out. Scotty getting collapsed on by the Odin cage. She might go down here. 3 people surrounding her and Nem ult.
And
Isis ult, Faunus ult. Good collapse, not enough of a heal. It looks like there's just gonna be constant picks on the side of WK right now. A Sunder coming out.
You mean
a
SY?
3rd kill. No, picks onto WK.
Yeah, I get
picks from SY.
Yeah. Looks like the Odin's gonna get it barely though.
Bologna's just gonna get blown up. Osiris gonna be the next to try and 1v4, which I highly disregard. You guys were too late to the fight. You should have just gone and farmed. And now it's gonna cost them this mid T1.
If not
maybe
tier 2.
More.
What went wrong in that team fight for WK?
No one was there, technically. Scotty got collapsed out in the jungle by Red because she tried to pick a fight with an Odin who just immediately caged and waited for his team to collapse. Osiris and Bologna were back at Fountain. I presume Varnus and Isis came in to try and save the Scotty, but they were too late. The heal wasn't enough and they went down 1, 2, 3.
And looking at the relics, it doesn't look like they have Phantom here. The only person I can get out is Osiris and Bologna, I believe, out of that Odin cage. So
I definitely think it wasn't the biggest mistake not grabbing Phantom, but I think it was a mistake, especially since it was just buffed in this this most recent patch.
Right, isn't it like every Odin cage now you can pretty much get rid of it?
Almost. Almost.
And this Odin hasn't been ulting all that often either. He's been waiting for his time.
No, but he does have cooldown builds.
Exactly. He's building triple protections here. I'm surprised not to see the shifter shield out of him.
He's just looking to engage and engage hard. He feels like the CC coming out of the enemy team is just too much, so that's why I presume he's going for the Spirit Robe here. Sylvanas just not having any sort of peel for this Nemesis, using the ulti, or from the Nemesis, using this ulti way too late. The Isis is gonna go down.
And like you said, this late game is shifting towards SYZYGY. That they're gods and stuff. Bologna is an all game.
This late game calm. Nem ult used to chase down this Osiris. Instead, they're gonna collapse on the Varnus, ulted. Bologna's trying to take out this Kronos again, but it's just gotten too late. He can run, he'll be fine.
The Sylvana's stuck in this cage here.
Opting to play safe and farm is the side of I can't. SY. I can't. I just want to call him Sig, but now looking at it, that's wrong too, because it's SYZYGY. SYZYGY.
I know this is the game of acronyms here. WKDMT and SYZYGY.
Can't handle it, man. Too much non-letters for my taste.
Exactly.
I mean non-words.
What are you gonna do?
Announce.
Exactly. You can try your hardest.
This Vanis really overextended right now. Sunder missed, Nem's getting, Nem forced to beads. Scotty all used in that engage.
But it goes to waste as the Nemesis gets away with sprint.
Ooh, good stun, no follow-up. That would have been a good time to collapse. They just caught the Nem dash and hit the stun.
Two pretty big abilities there.
Oh jeez, Bologna catching a 4-man rotation towards the side of Fire Giant.
But she's gonna avoid it.
Be able to walk away. Nem
that mystical male.
Vanis having ult ready. 4-man knock, Bologna coming in with the bludgeon, but catching the stun, it's not gonna hit. A second stun, forced the ulti away. Odin not having the bird bomb, he's not gonna be able to chase. They're going under tower though. Fafnir's ulti and getting ready to take this T2 on right, it looks like. Osiris here to zone them all off. For now, at least.
What is going on here? Like, WKD was having a great early game, but this late game's falling apart for them.
Oh, it's hard to fight into a Nem once she gets a couple kills, and even harder to fight into a Kronos once his stun starts to deal half your health.
Oh yeah. And Scotty backdooring that mid.
Here in mid, Scotty being poked out by Dusos. Osiris gonna come over and be even scarier though. Odin looking in the backfield for engage. I think he does not have his ult up.
I don't think he's too worried about it.
No. He just couldn't lock down the Isis and the Scotty like it looked like he was planning. Scotty, however, going to be focused by this Nem. Nem catching a lot of burst and a lot of CC. Going to be able to walk away for a while with that speed buff, but eventually picked up.
Unfortunately.
By the Isis.
A lot of their, a lot of this,
nice escape.
A lot of the momentum from SY has been on that Nemesis here.
Oh yeah, she's what? Whoops, not what I meant to see. She is 6-1-3. That was her first death of the game. She did opt to go for that Heart Seeker over a stone cutting. I never really called out on that. Fafnir now looking like he's gonna go. I don't know what he's gonna go. It looks like he might be going for an ISO. Medusa ult coming out. A good Vaughn assault followed by a good Ice assault. Vaunus is going to get out here. Osiris is going to go into the backline after this. Medusa stunning out the Kronos. Chasing. In comes the Bologna. Odin getting some good damage out with the bird bomb, but it's not enough with all those defenses. Vaunus looking for the pull over the wall, and Isis getting in position for the sun. Blink for out of the Vaunus. Scotty's chasing. They're chasing hard to Phoenixes, but it looks like the side of SY is just going to disengage. Fafnir all coming out here. Osiris and Bologna catching a lot of poke from the Kronos. Gonna walk it off, go towards this Gold Fury, it looks like. As for ults, it went towards the side of SY, but for objectives, WK is gonna be able to pick up this Gold Fury. Unless Kronos can steal.
That was the right call there to disengage and just,
not
you know.
Quite. Oh, good Kronos ult coming out, saving his life there. At least momentarily as the Osiris continues to engage, and he's too far back.
That rewind can be a real. Did
you see the distance on that rewind? He went from Gold Fury to back Harpies.
That rewind can be a real son of a gun.
Taking a look at the player damage, Nem, Bologna, and Osiris are the top 3 in this game, in respective order.
And now that
has been everywhere.
Now that it's this late in the game, it's definitely been that way.
Nem and Scotty gonna knock this T1 over. Nem taking a lot of tower damage because she didn't get out of tower when she thought she did. Nem and Medusa. Jesus Christ. Scotty might get collapsed on here.
If she's not careful. But looking at the board, I don't think she has any wards.
Beads coming out of Scotty. Nem engaging with ult and chasing under tower. A good Scotty ult's gonna root. She's just juking under this tower that's soon to crumble. Noticing the stun ball, it seems SY is gonna disengage out of fear of the team collapsing, even though it was just Isis and Scotty.
Looking at the wards,
Osiris.
It looks like there's a lot of wards in the field, but I don't think the SY knew about that, like had vision on that part of the map, unfortunately.
SY gonna be able to seal away the portal demon with the help of that Chronos.
That's important. That's 100 gold a player, right? Or is 100 flat gold?
Yeah, it got nerfed, but yeah, still decent.
I mean, you can't have portal demon
having this objective on the side of Fire Giant,
and it's a free back if you choose to use it.
Yes.
The main thing is that they couldn't have it. What's it called? Couldn't have
portal give the same amount of gold.
Yeah, as a gold tree, because gold tree is pretty easy to take. I mean, actually, it's pretty hard to take early game. And I don't know. It's Gold Fury. It's in its name. If you're not getting a lot more gold than, at least more gold than Portal Demon, then what's the point of calling it Gold Fury?
So Cyrus, it's 1v2, 1v3, 1v4 at times, leisurely. Has a speed buff, so he feels like he can get out. Gonna catch a bit of poke here. A good Vanus blink engage, gonna knock up the 2 takes, but no one else. Seems like they want to try and burn this Odin out here. I don't know if that was the right play.
I don't think Odin can be burned out.
Jumping back in. Scotty in the back line, or Nem in the back line picking up the Isis. Scotty forced to ult to save her own life. Second pick for the side of SY. Just gonna push down this mid. As I said, as this gets later, it's just gonna be a steamroll. The Fafnir AoE buff about to come out so they can shred this tower real fast. Chronos hitting it for what I can only imagine is roughly 300 an auto with that 2 procs.
That's right. Isn't it like a Polynomicon in its pants, pretty much?
Kind of, except for the fact that it's literally every auto that follows for a short period of time. Like, look at, he is chunking this Fire Giant right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, and I'm
gonna be spotted out by SK, but secured by WK. Jeez, these acronyms. I'm so sorry. Gonna be spotted out by WK, but picked up by SY.
That would admit, we've seen a lot of objective steals here, usually due to carelessness.
Oh yeah, but there was a good zone coming out of the side of SY. Odin Cage went down, and I believe Fafnir also went to try and keep them off of the Chronos as he finished shredding the objective.
And if I'm not mistaken, Fire Giant can overclock your cooldown, right? It can go over 40% there. Or am I wrong? Excuse me.
With Chronos Pennant?
No, with Fire Giant.
I don't think Fire gives cooldown.
Really? Gives you health, power, everything but cooldown.
Yeah, health, power, mana regen.
So, there's that. Blue buff gives the cooldown, right? Like 10%
yes,
or something?
blue buff gives cooldown. 10% in Conquest, I believe. Maybe 15, I'm not quite sure.
Looks like I'm hitting some lag spikes here. And it looks like Nem and Odin, along with Fafnir, are going to try to take this tier 2 on the right side here. And they're going to get it. Medusa's really far away.
This is the fight where WK has to make their stand, but that being said, they're fighting in the fire, and now a Fafnir, Nem, Odin ult coming out. Chronos stun getting big damage off on 2 people. Osiris jumping in. A huge Petrify coming out from the side of Medusa. Isis able to pick up the Chronos, but Medusa picking up 2 people now on the side of WK.
And Medusa. Oh, someone with that meditate.
Oh
that
man,
sweet,
the two
sweet
warriors
meditate.
just going hard, letting the Scotty get damage off. The Fafnir stun and slow gonna be good. Osiris chasing. If he can get that speed buff, he doesn't, but that speed buff that he has around his waist is gonna make up for it. He's just running at this Fafnir. Scotty's gonna be able to secure it. Bellona's still chasing the Osiris. They're just gonna do this whole pushback to Phoenix thing and try and go for the objective.
I mean, what can you do? Warriors are monsters in this meta, along with tanks.
Yeah, it was good. Great play out of the Warriors. After the Vanus and the Isis went down, they were in the back line because that Kronos was down. He couldn't hit those 600 damage stuns anymore. Looking back at the player charts, it was Bellona, it was Nem, Bellona, and Osiris. It is now Bellona, Scotty, and Nem. WK trying to make a comeback in this game. And immediately as I say that, Big Mike gonna go down. Taken out by 3, catching the Odin Nemo.
Odin not too worried about his ult anymore since it's what, like up every 40 seconds now?
Basically. Nem getting some good poke on this Bellona, but eventually just gonna let her walk away as the team opts to go for the Portal Demon. Shredded because Kronos Dusa things. Dusa still having this Fire Giant is gonna be big. I don't know how long she still has it for.
Now, does Portal Demon give some sort of buff to Fire Giant? I mean, to your Titan? No. Jeez, to your Titan.
I don't know. I don't know all of the Portal Demon Titan interactions. I do know that Portal Demon you're not allowed to take the portal if minions are at your Titan because your Titan is fighting them off. If your Titan is occupied, you can't interact with the portal. I think it's some sort of direct link between Portal and Titan, but I don't know exactly how it works. Fight breaking out here on the left, big Petrify, 2 stunned, 2 deleted. Isis and Sylvanas going down, the 3rd falling down as Purification on that Scotty. Osiris trying to do a lot of backlines. The Fafnir keeping him off of the Medusa, she's gonna dash away. Bellona's holding off this Phoenix the best that she can from the Odin Kronos assault. Everyone's turning on this Osiris. He's gonna beads out the Kronos stun, but the Odin's Bird Bomb is just gonna finish him off. They're gonna take this left Phoenix and maybe more.
No, I'm predicting at least 2 Phoenixes here, just on the tank, just with the tanks and the Medusa alone.
Game?
Perhaps. I mean, I would go for Phoenix because you know Titan's still tanky.
They're just gonna game.
Looks like it. And that's game 1, folks. WKDMT goes down to SYZYGY. Thank you for watching. We will be right back with the next game.
Did not go the way I expected it. I mean, yeah, it did. As they went into the late game, but I thought that they were going to use the 2 warrior early snowball that they had.
Bellona didn't snowball as hard as she usually does. Mosquito usually going like 12-0 with Bellona.
I think it was the fact that the Odin just kind of kept her there.
Alright.